Well, fans, Premier Boxing Champions presents a middleweight attraction. Introducing to you our three judges scoring the action from ringside. We have Eddie Hernandez Sr., Alejandro Rochin, and Zachary Young. All right, fans, here we go. 6 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red trunks with black trim, hailing from Boston, Massachusetts. He weighed in at 160.5 pounds. His record is 2.
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
Peter Chemical. And the referee in charge now to give instructions, we have Rudy Barragan.
You guys already got your instructions, okay? Do me a favor, protect yourselves at all times and obey my commands at all times. You got 6 rounds to show you both, okay? Good luck to you both.
All right, let's go to the tail of the tape. And once again, we've seen this script before, and this is a common one in this sport. Guy in his mid to late 30s against an unbeaten guy in his prime. In this case, Kamakov is 4-0. He's 28 years old, so he's getting up there. But again, he is coming in at middleweight. So is Maceo Crowder. Maceo Crowder, 37 years of age. But as we just learned, gentlemen, like Oscar Escandón came in as the opponent, and Escandón got a first-round KO and flipped the script. We say that a lot, Joe Goose, and a lot of times the other guy didn't get the script, didn't follow it.
Right, and look, that could happen. The Escandón is a different animal because he basically has been at the top of the game for a long time, whereas, you know, Crowder really hasn't. That being said, he's in there against Peter Kamakov, who's a wily amateur veteran from Russia and very experienced in the ring. Trained at my gym for a while now with Shadid Saluki and Kamil Saduki and they're very, very good trainers. And this kid's got a lot of talent, so I foresee an upset coming.
Kamakov, a 2016 Olympian, 3rd fight in the United States. Crowder again out of Boston, Massachusetts, to be specific, Roxbury, Mass. He has never been stopped in his career.
It's a short career, 5 fights.
Yeah.
And again, it probably won't happen here unless Kamakov really puts a lot of punches together, because he only has 1 knockout in his 4 fights, his 4 wins. He is undefeated.
Again, matchmaking is an art and a skill. And for a guy like Kamakov, you want to get him just the right amount of a challenge. Not too much, not too little.
In the meantime, that was a nice straight left hand thrown by Crowder right to the belly there. So, and he's tall. He's gonna, you know, for a 4-round fight, he could pose a lot of problems for Kamakov because of the short time he's got in the ring here. He might be able to just box and pile up a few points, complaining on a low blow right there. But this may be a distance fight.
Another good jab to the body. Kamakov going to the body quite well. Landed a right hand. This one's scheduled for 6, by the way, as we've moved up, and a good shot with the left hand.
Kamakov showing some good power in there. He's backing Crowder up against the ropes, which is with his power punch. Just his jab alone is pushing him back. And, you know, this is what you have to do in the first round, and both of them don't have a sweat on them, so, you know, they can use this first round as a warm-up.
Well, that's another part of this business, right, guys, is that, you know, you're a swing fight. They'll say, hey, you're ready to go.
That's right,
and you got to warm up, and out you go. It's a good point, Lennox, that they probably got taken, not by, they weren't stunned, but it's like, oh, once they see that knockout in front of them, they know, hey, I'm on.
Yeah. And sometimes, because you don't have that chance for a good warm-up, you know, you can get hit with a good punching and get stunned by that.
I don't know how these guys do it. When you're in the swing fight again. Oh, and down he goes.
As I said.
Good right hand.
Good right hand over the top.
5, 6,
by Kamakov.
See, Kamakov has had a lot of amateur fights. He's just now working his way into the pro style and learning more power, and he's getting that from the Saluki family, and he looks much stronger here in this fight.
Right at the bell, he takes a short hook, and Crowder will have a chance to try to clear his head. Knocked down in the first round. A lot of power from Kamakov. We'll take a look as we go to break. Big right hand over the top. Back now for round number 2.
And here you see Kamakov coming over with an overhand right, devastating punch. Perfect punch right on the chin.
Round number 2. First time we've seen round 2 tonight or this afternoon. Trying to get ahead of myself.
And let me throw this in. I might have said a 4-rounder. This is a 6-rounder. It was scheduled between 4 and 6, and they chose 6. So
whether we get there or not, as you pointed out earlier, we're not so sure. And I would say this too, Joe. I'm a fan of a referee. Rudy Barragan is in there. I'm a fan of a referee saying, "Take a step toward me," and he didn't do that there. I mean, this fight could have been stopped. Not that we want it stopped, but you've got to look out for the fighter. I wonder if Crowder would have taken a step toward the referee. He didn't look to be that solid at that moment.
Yeah, and then you have to remember too, you know, first round, nobody wants to get knocked out in the first round, so his eyes look pretty clear, so he was okay.
You thought he was all right to go?
Yes.
Okay.
And mind yourself, Rudy Barragan was a former fighter too. He knows what he's looking at, and he knows how to read the tea leaves when he's in the ring.
Hook lands from Kamakov. He is heavy-handed. Well, referees have their own styles too. Some guys let it go, and some guys are a little more reticent from mayhem. But there's a certain protocol you can follow.
You know, you're a little bit more vulnerable. You're gonna, as the fight goes on, you get used to getting hit a little bit more. So he probably gave him a little benefit of the doubt.
And toward the end of the round, as you see, this is in the final seconds of round 1, and his head had cleared by then, to your point. By the way, over on Fox later on tonight, Errol Spence, welterweight champion of the world, will join us live to talk about the aftermath of his car accident and his plans for the future. It's the first time we've heard him speak.
You're going to have to box. You're going to have to box. Let's go.
Going to his eye. He got a thumb in his eye. That's what he's complaining about. And he shook his head. And Barragan asked him if he was all right. He said no.
Wrong answer, but they let him fight. Yeah. So again, Errol Spence Jr. joining us later tonight as Kamakov presses the action.
Separate.
The boxing world eager to hear what Spence has to say and the possibilities of him getting back in the ring and getting in to defend his title and having some big fights after what was a very frightening car accident.
Crowder needs to be doing a lot more, to keep Kamakov away. Right now, he's just sitting on the ropes, and he's not really doing nothing offensively. He needs to get that jab going and needs to throw some power punches to get Kamakov off of him a little bit.
Can't let that smaller man come in. He's very strong. See, very fundamentally sound. Final seconds of round number 2 here in California.
Hey, he's ready to quit. Bang, 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 okay? I want you to jab him here. Remember the hook we worked on? Jab, hook, right hand, then go back. He's ready to quit. When he grab you, step back and go under. Bang, 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 then back down, up, down, down, up. And he's ready to quit. He's ready, he don't want to fight. But start stabbing him, hit him hard here, and then step in and hook, right hand. And then you can go back. Back down to the corpus. He's ready to quit. You punch too fast or too hard. Keep looking. Right. Yes. Bang, bang, bang. Corpus, lever, there. It's over. It's over. It's over. No, good. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Go.
All right, we're back in Ontario, California, and this fight is over. Maceo Crowder went to his corner, and he kept going back to his eye. I believe it was a jab that caught him in the eye. You can see right there. Referee Rudy Barragan went over to the ringside position. Joe Goosen had a discussion, and he basically said, I don't think this guy is fit to continue, and they stopped this fight.
Yeah, the crowd didn't like it at all. You know, they felt he could have continued. You know, you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit in the eye, and it's not going to feel good, but that's part of the game.
I don't think he was thumbed as much. I mean, you mentioned it could come from the side of the glove, but it was from a punch.
No, you can't thumb a guy
shot.
really like the old days because the thumbs are attached to the actual glove themselves, and there's very little room to open up your thumb and do anything.
Yeah, I mean, in a situation like that, you got to suck it up a little bit, and you're going to get thumbed in the eye, and you have to continue. If he couldn't see, and you know what my coach would say, if I would tell him, oh, I can't see out of one eye, he would say, well, use the other eye.
Exactly.
I don't know, in all seriousness, though, if you're in these like this, if you're the cornerman, Lennox, do you let him out there? I don't let him back out there.
Well,
he's holding his eye.
but there's things you can do. Look, his eyes are open right there. I mean, that doesn't look real bad, does it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even red.
You put ice on it. Use the end swell a little bit to maybe staunch any swelling. I think it's only
also,
a couple rounds.
Yeah, you also use psychology and say, you know, like I said, you say to him, go out there, use one eye.
Well, it's part of the overall picture here. It's 37-year-old guys, 2 and 3, overmatched, and Kamakov gets the victory.
All right, Brian, let's look at this. There's that jab. There's one jab right to the eye, and okay, here we go. And here's that left hook coming out of a weave, bam, right on the eye again. But that's what happens in this game.
And we're back, and I'll tell you this, Brian Kenny with Lennox Lewis and Joe Goosen. And we had a guy opt not to continue to fight, but at least this time I'm not getting pelted with beer. That was last night.
Yeah.
Chavez Jr. That was rough. This time it is Maceo Crowder who opts not to go Lennox after he took some shots to the eye.
Oh, this is the left hook coming, and this is where you can see, kind of touch the eye a little bit. As you can see, Crowder's kind of paying attention to the eye with his right hand, showing that he can't see too well. Here's another look at it. Yeah, he had enough here right now. And this is where he's in the corner and he's saying to his corner, I can't see, he doesn't want to continue.
So there we go. Crowder is done. Kamakov gets the win. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon.
Well, fans, this bout has been stopped at the end of round number 2. The opponent is unable to continue. He is the winner by way of knockout, and he is still undefeated, Peter Kamakov.